Woken up a bit earlier than expected this morning, due in part to a rare magnitude 5.1 earthquake. It was the third strongest ever recorded here in Korea.
And social network services were full of messages on the rare incident.
But we're going to begin the show with the restless night in Southern California. More than 100 aftershocks from this weekend's quake. Residents understandably on edge this morning, worried about what could come next.
There have been more than 100 aftershocks here, including a 3.3 magnitude quake just before 11 o'clock Saturday night. That's just a day after the 5.1 earthquake rattled the region. The original quake made a mess across Los Angeles. Water pipes bursting in this apartment building. Surveillance video capturing these items crashing to the floor, forcing businesses to lock their doors for the weekend, and homeowners assessing the damage while the earth keeps shaking. Seismologists say it's only a matter of time before California feels a stronger shudder.
4.8 magnitude quake hit the northern part of Yellowstone National Park in Wyoming. It shook the ground at about 5:30 this morning, California time. It was felt in towns along the Montana-Wyoming border, including West Yellowstone. The park has few visitors this time of year because it was in such a remote area.
Chile, the powerful 8.2 earthquake that's hit the area, and it is called the Ring of Fire, rumbling back to life. Tonight, the world has been riveted by the images streaming in and asking, what does it mean for earthquake risk right here at home?
In this moment of fear, people began to move. It was strong, she said, and it went on a long time. As the earth rocked, it sparked fires. Glare of the tsunami sirens. People running out of this pharmacy, some holding children, bottles tumbling from the shelves. A mass evacuation of nearly 1 million people, fearing a destructive wave in the wake of the powerful 8.2 magnitude quake. The quake rumbled along the most dangerous band of fault lines and volcanoes in the world, the point where the Earth's plates meet, the infamous Ring of Fire, stretching up along the U.S. western coast, all the way through Japan and Asia. More than 1,700 earthquakes along the ring in just the past week.
A 4.3 magnitude earthquake rattled Kansas and Oklahoma shortly before 2 a.m. The quake, which was felt by people across south-central Kansas, including here in Wichita, was centered about 2 miles southeast of Enid, Oklahoma. KX's Brian Ramsdale caught up with people who were awoken as it happened.
A series of earthquakes struck Oklahoma Sunday morning, 2 of which were large enough to be felt right here in Wichita. The pattern was seen all across south-central Kansas. The USGS shows the 11 quakes centered near Guthrie, Oklahoma.
And another powerful earthquake shook northern Chile overnight. It registered a 7.6 magnitude, making it almost as strong as Tuesday's quake. Thousands of people ran out of their homes, and Chile's president was visiting the area and had to leave her hotel, but no major damage or casualties are reported.
The Solomon Islands has been hit by an earthquake just as the Pacific Ocean archipelago was reeling from heavy flooding from a tropical storm. So far, at least 16 people have died and thousands left homeless as the capital, Honiara, suffered the worst flooding in living memory. The full effect of the earthquake, reported to measure magnitude 6. Rising waters have flooded many parts of the capital, causing houses to collapse into rivers and roads to become blocked. The Solomon Islands is one of many small island developing states threatened by rising
late yesterday rocked the Tungurahua volcano in Ecuador, roughly 90 miles south of Quito, the capital. The eruptions shot smoke and ash 6 miles in.
Sinkhole has opened up in a residential neighborhood of northeastern Baltimore, and according to one witness, it appeared as if there'd been a landslide. Measuring a block long, the sinkhole sucked in several cars. It forced the evacuation of a row of houses.
In the US, dramatic pictures at the moment. A huge sinkhole opened up and swallowed several cars in a residential neighborhood of northeast Baltimore. The sinkhole appeared not long after rain drenched central Maryland.
Since the explosion, St. Helens has rumbled several times, with magma creating a dome inside the crater. And now there are signs of new activity at Mount St. Helens.
Mount St. Helens is a volcano that is very much alive.
The surface is swelling up.
And now geologists believe the magma is building again, 5 miles beneath the crater. The discovery is exciting to some who live near the volcano.
Well, I think it's actually kind of pretty awesome because that means that the volcano is still showing signs of activity, and that means that we still have a living beast living right behind us.
Scientists say they don't know when the mountain will erupt again, but with all their instruments on it, they expect to know well in advance.
In this remote mountain area of northern Afghanistan, a village should be here. The village and more than 2,000 of its inhabitants are reportedly trapped under the earth after a landslide on Friday.
The President of the United States.
From Washington, U.S. President Barack Obama expressed his concern and offered American support to Afghanistan.
Did you hear that loud boom over the weekend? This is video that one of our Chesterfield viewers sent in from the Crimson Crest neighborhood in the south part of the county. You can actually see the camera shake with that explosion. But that was not the only place that we heard from.
Most of the time, this sleepy country neighborhood is quiet, just the sounds of the birds and the trees. This weekend, much different. Neighbors say booms rocked their homes.
The whole house shook with this loud boom, kind of like a airplane breaking the sound barrier. Only this happened maybe every 10 minutes.
From the flooding on the East Coast to wildfires burning out of control out west. More than 1,500 homes evacuated in California as high winds and temperatures fuel the massive flood.
California's extreme drought has turned these hills into a tinderbox.
The wind so fierce, fire crews couldn't put up any helicopters or planes to battle the blaze. More than 700 firefighters are waging a ground